Hey, travel creators, welcome back to another episode. And for today, I want to talk to you about what to actually do month by month so you can stop running your business like a creator and actually run it like a business owner. So most creators want to run their business better, but they have zero idea what that actually means or where to actually start. So in this episode, I'm going to give you a month by month roadmap to be a freaking business owner and not just a content creator anymore. Let's dive right on in, okay? And maybe it is not January when you're listening to this, especially if you're listening in real time. This episode is not coming out in January. However, maybe you do it from like March to March or April to April. Anyway, so the first 3 months, let's look at that now. I'm not going to say quarter because, again, you might not be listening to this in January. So let's just say the first 3 months. These are all going to be about the foundation. We want to get really clear on your brand identity. You cannot build systems on a blurry brand. So you need to know exactly who you serve, what you do, and why it matters before you build anything else. What I want you to produce during this first month is a written brand doc. I want you to get really clear on your niche, your audience, your positioning, your messaging, what makes you different than everybody else. So through this brand doc and this messaging, you're basically going to answer if somebody came across your page and they had no context, would they immediately know what you do and who it's for? All right, that's month one. We're getting really clear on who you're serving, how you're serving them, and how you are communicating with them, meaning like your messaging. Let's go into month two. I want you to set 5 big goals. And I don't want like a vision board. I want actual goals with numbers and deadlines attached to these numbers. So these can be like revenue, maybe a specific audience growth number, or products you want to launch, or clients you want to sign. I want you to get really specific with this. This then becomes a filter for every single decision you're going to make for the rest of the year. If it doesn't move one of these 5 things, like a new opportunity that comes up, then it goes to the bottom of the list and it is a shiny object. All right, so that's month 2. As a reminder, we're setting really clear goals, just a few goals, because I'd rather you make insane progress in one massive direction than tiny progress in a bunch of different directions. So just don't pick a million goals here. Month 3, we are going to organize our shit. We're going to organize our content because most of the time, everything that's needed to be said has been said. We just have to say it again because no one was listening. Right now, you might just be recreating content from scratch every single freaking time, but that is going to stop now. That's going to stop now. And I want you to build a system for this in episode 2 of this entire show. I know it's like far back there. I have how to set up a content organization system. This is also something I walk creators through in the Travel Creator Business Plan community. The link is always below in the show notes if you want to grab it and learn the other business systems you need to speed up your progress to becoming a business owner. But I don't care if this system is beautiful in Asana, in Notion, in Google Sheets, in Notes. I don't care. I just want you to have something that makes sense for your brain. So you can have a bank of content and a repurposing workflow so your old content will start working for you. Okay, so small recap, month 3, we're organizing our content, our juicy stuff. All right, moving into month 4. We're going to create a weekly workflow. CEOs, I'm going to put you in CEO mode. And this means that you have a repeatable week. You're not just reacting to whatever shows up in your inbox. So I want you to map out your ideal week. Ideal, dream like as big as you want. Like, okay, I go to 10 a.m. Pilates and then I grab a matcha. Like, okay, if that's your dream, write it down. And then maybe if it's like, all right, I'm not going to Pilates, I'm going to go on a walk and I'm going to make my coffee, whatever. Write down your ideal week. When are you creating? When are you pitching? When are you doing the admin? When are you resting? And I want you to leave in at least one day per week that is like your CEO admin day. This is where you're working on the business and not just in it. For example, me recording this podcast episode is working in the business, whereas me going and cleaning up my website or making sure that I have XYZ automation set up is working on my business. All right, so month 4, we are getting clear on what work needs to be done to hit those 5 goals that we set in month 2. moving right along, month 5, we're going to build a lead magnet. So your email, as you know by now, is the only audience that you actually own. And it's time for us to give people a reason to join this email list. I also have an episode on lead magnets, how to create absolutely banging ones. But the gist is they need to be incredibly actionable, and they need to be something that leads to a larger offer you want to create. So don't give someone a packing list if your larger offer is like how to become a digital nomad. Do you see how those, they're not adding up? The lead magnet, if your main offer is how to be a digital nomad, your lead magnet should be careers you could do as a digital nomad, something like that. Like they're connected. Anyway, also, if you want to do paid lead magnets, which I just dropped how to freaking do this in the community, a whole system of how I do it and how you can do it too. Paid lead magnets, they filter really serious buyers. Free ones, okay, they're just out here grabbing free shit. They probably won't look at it. But paid people are up to 11 times more likely to purchase from you again. Okay, so month 5, we're building a really strong lead magnet, getting people to your email list, and you're not going to worry about your email in month 5. Month 6 is when we are. Don't freak out here, okay? I wish I had a better name than newsletter, but I do not. But it just needs to be a nice text to a friend. So the lead magnet is useless if we don't have an email list. And I know I just told you don't need the email in month 5. What I want you to do is just, they're being collected. You're going to set it up in Kit and people are just signing up to receive your thing. They receive the thing and now you have access to their email. So you need a very minimal viable email system, a lead magnet, a welcome email, a monthly newsletter. That's what you're going to start with your email system there. Keep in mind, this is something I help creators do. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I have tried to set up my email so many times, I'm going to cry if I have to think about it again. That is a red hot flag that you need to outsource this. Alrighty, moving into month 7, we're going to audit and diversify your revenue. This is where it can become fun. I want you to map out every single revenue stream you currently have and ask, is it scalable? Does it require me to personally show up? You are going to identify one revenue stream that can work while you're offline. Is it a digital product? Is it a membership? Is it a newsletter sponsorship? In what ways can you make money? Can money literally fall into your bank account while your laptop is closed? This is where it becomes fun and you can stop trading your dollars. And now instead we're building assets. Okay, so month 7, we're auditing and diversifying your revenue. Moving right along into month 8, we are building a delegation blueprint. So by now you've been doing a lot of repeatable tasks. Remember when we set up your weekly flow? Yes, okay. So I want you to keep in mind all of these tasks that you're doing repeatedly. Which ones do you actually like? Which ones would you rather like fuck off? And we're going to make a plan for them because you cannot scale alone. So this month, month 8, is about figuring out what only you can do. And we're going to delegate or delete everything else. So it starts with a super simple task. I want you to track every task you do for a week. A really easy way to do this is on Toggl, TOGGL.com. I don't have affiliate with them at all. I wish I did. I've been using it every single day since 2023. And I time track what I'm doing. But also you can add in like clients. Anyway. It's a beautiful way to track the task you are doing and how much time it is taking at the same time. So even if you're not ready to hire someone yet, when you are, you know where most of your time is going and how you can get out of it. Okay, month 9 is when we're going to hire. Hire first. Now, to be so honest with you, in a recent episode, I was like, I need you to invest in humans. I agree with that. However, I think there is a lot of content creation stuff that really great AI can do for you or help you get 90% of the way there. I want you to lean into those methods for the shitty stuff like writing your threads posts, blah, 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 repurposing, blah. That's what I want you to use AI for. And I want you to find a human that can take off the more monotonous admin stuff that it would take like a multi-step automation to set up, because we're going to get to that eventually. We are. But for now, getting somebody in there to spend the time learning how to set up the automation so that they then save time so that they can do something else for you is amazing, while then your VA works with AI to do some content creation. Okay, so to just keep in mind, month 9 is figuring out how to hire your first or like next support person. Whew, we're almost done with the year. Month 10, this is when we're setting up your CRM and pitch pipeline. Don't forget, it can be a Google Sheet. I just want you to keep track of the people who are coming into your world and who are interested in working with you or talking to you, whatever. So I'm going to stop keeping all of these like deals and shit in your head. Just build a very simple pipeline. This can be Google Sheets. It can be very beautiful. Airtable is another beautiful thing that I love to use. I love it. It's so awesome. I keep track of all my deals. It tells me my projected monthly income, projected quarterly, yearly, blah. This is when it can be fun because doing math when it comes to money is fun. Yes. But just do something that isn't going to break your brain. But when you see your pipeline, you can stop panicking about income and you can then predict it because you can see what's coming through or not coming through and where you might need to pick up. Month 11, this is when we get to automate. So now perhaps you have been using your little AI bestie or you have a real life bestie who is helping you out. I want you to automate and streamline. So look at repetitive tasks that you're constantly asking AI to do or constantly having your VA do weekly in your business and figure out if it can be automated. This could be welcome emails, invoice reminders, content repurposing, scheduling your social stuff. Zapier is going to be your BFF connecting this. And when you get stuck setting up a system or your VA does, have them put screenshots into AI to be like, hey, I'm building this system or this automation and it's pissing me off. I don't understand what's going on. Drop in screenshots and it will walk you through what's not working. That's like my favorite use case for AI when I'm like building stuff and building automations and workflows. And I'm like, I can't figure out what's going on. Like, why is it not working? It looks correct to me. And I drop in a screenshot and it's like, you should probably turn the automation on. Shit like that. Okay, month 12. Congrats. We've arrived. This is the audit. So we're going to pull back and do a 30,000 foot view. And I want you to call up one of your biz besties you've met over this year and be like, hey, what are you doing in 2 weeks? Do you want to meet up somewhere and work? And we can business expense this. That's like the dream scenario I'd recommend you to do. I understand that could be a little bit outrageous, but taking a 30,000 foot view and having a biz bestie be with you to mastermind with, oh my God, is so helpful. Right now, my producer, Marie, is living with me for a few weeks and we're doing this and it is absolutely insane. I have to do this at least once or twice a year. It's amazing and so fun. So during this time, whether you're doing it solo, virtually with your BFFs or IRL, you're going to look at what's working, what's not, and what to kill next year. Then we're going to look at your monthly recurring revenue, how your email list has grown, your open rates, is your pipeline full, your revenue per pipeline, how many hours have you been working, and the most important part, we're going to celebrate what you've done. Because we have to look down the mountain. It's a lot of freaking work. Oh my God, but you got to look down the mountain. So we're going to celebrate what you've done, and then we're going to set 5 big goals for next year, and we're going to focus on doing less but better. So a holistic 30,000 foot view recap for you is we're walking from foundation to workflow to revenue to scale. This all works together because it is sequential. Is that the word? Every month is building on the last month, and you can't skip to like month 8 without having month 3. So if this is what you want to build and you want someone to walk you through it step by step, that's exactly what's going on in the Travel Creator Business Plan. We talk so much about nobody on the internet is talking about how knowing how to create good content and knowing how to run a content creator business are totally different things except me and the people in this group. Every single month, you're getting a system delivered that is transforming your business. And the link is always there for you in the show notes right now. Right now, I have 8 more spots available at $67 a month before the price increases to $150 a month because it's too valuable. And by the time you're listening to this, I fear we may have 7 spots left. So just putting that out there, if you are serious about growing a business, this is a community for you. Nothing else exists like this for travel creators. Anyway, happy creating, happy building. Don't forget to look down the mountain, and I will see you next week. Just a reminder that you became a travel creator to travel, not to spend 12 hours in a cafe in Croatia, hunched over your laptop in total shrimp mode, wondering if your latest post is actually going to hit. Knowing how to create good content and knowing how to run a content creation business are two completely different skills, and absolutely nobody is talking about it. Well, except me. The Travel Creator Business Plan is the only business building community in the world for travel creators who want to move into business mode and not chase the next shot mode. Every month, you get one brand new business system delivered straight to the community. You also get monthly co-working sessions and Q&A sessions, as well as a private community of other travel creators who are building real businesses. Courtney, one of our members, says, "You achieved more with me in 4 to 6 weeks than I did in 6 months with other programs. You gave me permission to chase not only what lights me up, but a business roadmap that matches my goals, not some cookie cutter process." And Courtney, I love having you in there. So if you are a travel creator who is done learning how to be a creator and ready to learn how to be a business owner, the Travel Creator Business Plan is for you. I'd love to see you inside, and I will leave a link to join us below in the show notes.
This podcast was produced by Your Girl Media.